One player coming up, showers, side draft actually gets him, but Kwasi gets him out as he comes in through CT spot. Gwyn huddled himself up in this pocket area, gonna throw the snow grenade out. The spike's gonna get planted though. TeamX, this this battle between TeamX and Pepsi is gonna probably be what defines around here. And TeamX, oh my god! Pepsi whips all the shots, but Nal's there to help him out as Nal takes 2, and it's down to a 1v2 for the Killjoy. Gwyn, he has a classic weapon on this situation as Nal picks him from U-Haul with the frenzy, gets a headshot, and that's the round they are going to Team Sets.
Shame. I love explosions.
Almost a huge whiff there on the side of Team Saints as Pepsi missed quite a few shots onto TeamX, but Nal's here. Nal's feeling himself on the Omen again. When your Omen pops off, it's always good to see Omen popping off, because that means he will constantly go in for those aggressive peaks and aggressive shots, which are probably one of the more important plays when it comes to an Omen player. Not only like, again, it's one thing to play slow and play aggressive, play slow and play defensive, but again, understanding your Omen role as an aggressive player helps out a lot when it comes to, you know, getting that added advantage since the Lear is out into U-Haul, but the Cypher Trap is gonna get Lavaria. Oh my god, what a setup!
Spike down B.
The outro through teleporter gets notifies Gwyn X of his position. It's down to the single Sage as Wineth. Dina is on, has a Spectre, but Kowalski is gonna run him down with it, and that's 2 rounds for Team Saints as they are feeling themselves here. Again, this is what I always said. Having your Omen pop off, especially someone like Nal, it's again, and we saw Kowalski with the good setups as well. This is why you want your side character, the side, not when I say side characters, obviously the support characters in a side, when apart from the duelist, to pop off, because that would give you the added aggression, purely because of the fact that Saints are running a double duelist comp, which means they will go for more aggressive picks, to more aggressive playstyle, which would really be beneficial for them. And it seems we are gonna go for a timeout on the side of Team X, because they are gonna try and go for a quick technical pause as Side Draft's gonna try and get his ping issue resolved. The new rules of the Valorant timeout, where you freeze all the players and give you 60 seconds to plan out a strategy whatsoever. This is not gonna be a gun round. This is probably be the gun round for Team X, since they did try to save up that last round except for a few players.
I'll find them.
Get Lavaria with those aggressive picks, but not really netting himself anything, purely because of the fact that Saints have shut him down very quickly. And Side Draft does come in, and they are gonna try and walk up the short area. The kills are harder to stop any aggressive look. What? Oh, Pepsi! What awareness by Lavaria as he shoots down Pepsi from through the sky smoke and the dark cover as well, and 2 layers up inside, gets himself on, takes control, doesn't have to control, though this could be huge as Sage gets taken. Sage gets pulled up by Lavaria, but Lavaria does not check heaven as the sky smoke works in out of his favor as Kowalski gets the kill onto him. That's Gwyn X trade him out, though it's a 2v4. Obviously quite doable here on the side of defense. The spike still hasn't gone on, but the Sage wall is there.
Spike planted.
Wins as, oh my god, Nal almost gets spread out onto the planter, and it's a 2v4 spike, 3v4, and the spike is down. Killjoy player is quite low. Nal spots out one player.
Last player standing.
Kowalski sees
1 enemy remaining.
Nal on a 1v1. He sees the first player. It was very low, but Gwyn X having the better angle there as Nal trying to pivot around in that position, trying to he had a lot of angles to clear, pivoting around and going next, taking advantage of the confusion, using his teammates back in the pocket area as bait to get to side and take that kill onto Null. And that's the first round for Team X, but this would be their this would be the record. This is where we are gonna have to see them come up huge, because this will be the gun round for Team Saints as well. We are gonna they're gonna wait out this recon dart up in a shot. Good decisions, but look, Saint Pepsi keeps playing this same angle up in U-Haul, but he's gonna change it up and he's gonna try and go to B again. Not a good decision, not a good read. But the owl drone, they are getting a lot of information, which actually stops the rotation, and that's a lay out from Lavaria as he's gonna try and run up into U-Haul. Val gonna play quite far back, try to play for a retake. Current they are placed on side, but Saint Pepsi, no one was checking a U-Haul. I'm not sure why he was a little too relaxed about that angle as Homer puts down the boom bot here. Lavaria with the Ori Phantom holding out this U-Haul area, not letting anyone pass. TeamX stuck in pocket, does not get damage from the paint shells though. But them reveal as Saint gets pick out of Lavaria up in U-Haul. The blind, the paranoia by Null doing so much, but Saint Kwasi actually gets taken down by Win and Dinax. And it's a 2v3.
Satchel out. Satchel out.
Satchels here out do quite a bit of damage as the inside is used. That same Homer gets a pick. Null gets a pick thrown in the pocket as well. Not the best place to be hiding there. And Saint Homer with the headshot onto side drop to secure the third round. Could they have time to do it? Oh no, they don't have time. What a good play there. Especially by TeamX. That molly on the bomb really delaying the chance for them to go even for a half defuse or a quick tap onto the spike, which is actually what won them round. Although him and the Sage were cramped up in that pocket area for quite a while. Again, good retake there by Team Sage, but they were quite a little late on the reaction to the fact that the two players were stuck there in the pocket area. This is not the first time that has happened. Two players constantly getting stuck up in that pocket, up in a shot, which is why they would have to give it a little more attention, as attention is shown to the side of a shot here again, while there's a lurk happening from side drops up in the hookah area. And that's the turret down to stop an aggressive push, as these players are going to try and walk up. Win has the lockdown ready. He's probably going to go for a quick plant off the lockdown, and that's the lockdown down. Shock darts here. Try and use just a little bit of damage. Actually takes a kill on Win and Dinax, and Saint walks it through the in hookah, gets a kill onto the Alaka. That means this is a 3v5. Zavari on very low HP. Obviously, he can heal up if he does get a kill, but he's on 16 HP. And Spike takes it down, taken down by Saint Pepsi. Saint Val takes a kill on pick 11, and this could be it. They could be getting ecoed here, and the other two with the amazing passion. 3 rounds for Team Saints. They just ecoed Team X. Playing those sheriffs, playing those angles, especially just understanding how and when to peek. The coordination in that hold of the site was quite impressive. Again, opened up by Val's shock darts, man. So shock darts. This guy just threw 2 shock darts from heaven, and that was the end of the Sage play, which actually hurts them a lot because they depend on Sage quite a bit by the looks of Agent X, since they
Scanning ahead.
have the Sage remaining for the quick heals coming in from her healing ability. But the attackers are now going to aggress on to B. Again, Lavaria in an earlier round got caught out by the tripwire here. The pain shells a little too preemptively thrown, not really getting in, and that's the boom bot down long as well. Saint Val gonna see Lavaria, the Leah out to stop an aggressive peek. Again, the paranoia is used from Garden. Got Lavaria between this corner doing so much work, as all 3 brimstone smokes have been used up in B side, which would mean that they would have any capability to get in, as 2 attackers actually jump in. The orbital strike is used in CD, but Saint Homer back of side takes 1 kill. Saint Homer He has the showstopper charged up, but gets taken over side drop. Oh, what a shot there by the
Out of
Deagle.
charges. Right here.
But Pepsi
One
takes
enemy
outside
remaining.
draft, but Null aggressing on, and Null takes the kill on the round as he takes the win at the Nux and takes Team Saints to 4 rounds. They were looking a little rusty in the earlier 2 rounds, but now their comms seem clear. They seem a lot more confident, especially. I mean, that kill onto Saint Homer by side draft was just pure brilliance, but beyond that, I have the idea behind
Gun
the push
here.
onto side there by Agent Tech, especially by using all 3 beamstone smokes in one side, not really even anything for post one, not doing any for the rotation, actually working really unfavorably for them, as TeamX gonna try and go for his smokes, the sky smokes again by the looks of it, as Plain Pepsi. He's gonna hold this angle. Saint Kwaski with the setup up in a shot. I'm pretty sure they are not expecting this, as the Leah is pulled out. Lavaria is gonna destroy the trap wire though. Spot shot up in U-Haul to try and push the player away. But look at the Hunter's Fury is used from the spawn area to stop the plant, but the plant actually does go down, not really netting him anything. That's the base Hunter's Fury, as Saint Homer gets the first pick on the retake. But look at this, there's so much damage. The pain shells to drop you to pocket. It's a 2v4.
Satchel out.
Again, Wakan Gabi next gets taken down from the behind, and it's down to Vinay Dinax, and he's stuck in a corner. He's gonna take the first shot onto Saint Pepsi, but he cannot do anything more as Saint Pepsi shots him down as he spams him through the box, and that's the 5th round for Team Saints. And the economy on the side of Team X is not looking all that good. Again, this is what I said about the single duelist composition. Again, you really depend on your Reyna. When you have a single Reyna, I mean, it's always a lot more beneficial for teams to run a single duelist composition, purely because the meta right now in the game has shifted towards that. But when in your Reyna herself does not pop off, in a magnificent way, obviously Lavary has been doing quite a bit of work. Entry fragging, but beyond that, when your Reyna does not perform in a magnificent way, the utility or the viability of the agent really drops to quite a low amount. As right doing the cross self, Saint Kwaski gets a kill.
Take out my wire.
Take out the trip wire though. He has lineup. Oh, just press mouse 1, Kwaski. You're gonna, but. He's a side drop, he takes a kill, and that's 3 players up in a shot. The pit
One enemy remaining.
But Pepsi
Spike
flanking
down
in
A.
You will
from
not kill my ally.
Showers. Is gonna get the kill,
Player
but he's gonna go for the resurrection. Who gets sent out? It's down to Vinay Dinax as he tries to wall himself off. Not really sure what he was trying to do there. As Kowalski gets his 3rd on the round. Just so much as Cypher. What a sight hold on shot there. This is what I said. Again, although Team X is running a single duelist comp, I'm not really seeing any map control be taken by them. Obviously, with Asoa and with Asoa and Killjoy, they should be looking to take a lot more map control up. Show a presence in B, because Team Saints are just here for the retake in an instant, and it's really hard to defend when the defensive team have almost already taken control of half the site which you thought you had. As Lavaria is going to try and walk himself up onto B main. Again, has full shields up though, which is weird. Again, I would expect a lot of Reyna players in situations like this to go for half shield. But Saint Homer gets kill onto Queen X with the operator. That is so unfortunate, as Lavaria does not actually go to pick up the Vandal as well. The pain shots are lobbed into Garden to stop Quipos with Paranoid stopping. Lavaria can he get the kill out on Null? He's going to kill out on Null to distance himself away from the boombot as he gets himself into the cubby up in yellow. As Demon X posted up, he's going to get himself onto site as well. The spike on him. But hey, Homer kicks out Lavaria. Saint Kwaski too takes down Vinay Dinax overextending a little too much there, as the recon dark is gonna take out Pepsi doing so much work, and it's down to a 1v4 side drop. Cannot do anything more as he watches himself get taken down there final kill going to Team Saints as they go up 7-2. Again, this is what I said. The Reyna, when you have a single Reyna, it's always imperative for you to take those gunfights to get that map control. Unlike a player like, for example, Phoenix, for example, Raze. I mean, Raze is the best example because a lot of teams like to go, as when it's a single duelist, they love to go for a Raze instead of someone like Reyna because Raze is potentials, Raze is boom god. So the satchels can take a lot of map space without actually having to take the initial gunfight. But when it comes to Reyna, you have to use that you have to win that initial gunfight by yourself to take that first initial pick. But Saint Pepsi gonna get the kill on the Lavria up in showers. He's gonna put a down damper on their plans again. As the dark cover is placed up in short here. Side draft. Gonna make his way up into market. Win X. Slowly walking into the hookah again. Dark cover placed up in hookah as well. Again, this is good use of the Omen utility to stop any sort of information being given to any side. But look at this win at TeamX. Again, this is what I said. They're a little too late to do this here, as they are providing map presence up in quite a few areas, as the recon target is going to give them quite a bit of information, as Koski tries to spam them out, not really get anything for themselves, but a rotation here, they don't really go B, but oh, the Cypher trap, they are actually giving a lot of information as the wall gets broken down the moment it comes up. That is so unfortunate here, but Queen next with the air is spams down Saint Pepsi. We don't think Alex wins that gunfight onto Saint. Well, the paranoia usually goes a little too high up than it is needed. Oh, we don't think Alex walking around that Sage wall doing so much work, and the boombot is placed on him as well. Standing. But null! This is why I said this man has been doing so much work, and he takes a third kill on the round as well. This guy just hiding in U-Hall, waiting for the perfect opportunity and peeking exactly when Homer was doing so much work up in heaven, making a lot of noise, which actually had the players on site, the attackers on site, had all the attention up in heaven, which Null used to peek out of U-Hall and get those two frags. And again, Demon X could have tried to go for plant there, which is again, he's kept himself tucked away up in the safety behind that truck. Again, obviously not feeling very comfortable to go for a plant, as Lavaria is going to hold an Ares up in the showers area, not really going for a save. Again, I find this weird. This is the 11th round, and I'm pretty sure going for a save here would actually try and help them go for at least an 8-3 or 9-3 or an 8-4. But
run.
Hob is not bringing it as the lockdown is placed up in a shot. The problem is the same first gets a kill on the side drop. Lavaria with the Leah out, not really getting himself anything. It gets taken down by Kowalski doing so much work in the back of side as the lockdown. And the cyber trips actually stop them from pushing into U-Hall as well. They actually have U-Hall control without even trying for it, as Saint Bell takes a kill onto the planter. I'm sorry, not the planter, but one of the players, but Null gets the planter in the end, winning that round. That's 9-2, and
last round in the
we are
half.
going to the last round of the half, and the money on the side of Team X is not looking good at all. I mean, we have 3 players on half shields, a player on an LMG, and Demon X hasn't been having the best game of his life here. But again, well, Homer here with the quick pick with the operator up in B long is probably gonna go for that first pick. What Homer has both hands himself up and gets down Lavaria. This is what I said. Homer has to do so much work, especially with that operator. He was playing up in the container, he was playing up in A Heaven, now he's playing up in B long. Understanding how to use your operator players to do a lot of work actually. And side drop gets killed on Null. What a shot there. Again, almost missed that. Kowalski has been holding up as the boomer almost tries and does a lot of damage to them as the orbital strike is used. Side draft gets noticed by the trapped wire as they're all gonna walk up into the elbow area. Homer takes a kill out of side draft. So what God, what let them do that? But Saint Palavaria again aggressing a little too much, gets taken down by Saint Pepsi. Saint Pepsi! Oh my god, win at the next. That is the most annoying timing ever. But Pepsi on the elbow area is gonna pose a
Spike
lot of
planted.
problems for them if he does manage to pick. He's actually gonna whiff the shots onto Win at the Knox. Kwaski is spanning away from behind that CT area, and Pepsi's Empress is gonna wear off Demon X on top of in the middle of sight, hiding through his sky smokes, waiting for someone to come in. But I'm loving this here. They're waiting for Saint Well to get here as he gets his lineup down, gets the three, gets the player reveal. He's gonna get the kill onto him as well, and that's the final play up in D4 taken down by Saint Pepsi. I love that coordination from Team Sense. Realizing that Saint Well had a few seconds until his recon dart charged up, waited for it to charge up, waited, and the moment it charged up
Switching
to the recon
sides.
dart, all three players gathered onto side, went for a 1-2-3, and then aggressed onto side through the recon dart's information. That's what you call good teamwork, understanding when and how to play with your team, not just going in and dry peeking and trying to take those initial gunfights, which is why Team Saints are at 10-2 here, with a very strong advantage, with only needing 3 rounds on the attacking half for victory. And Bind, obviously it's gonna be a very attacker based map if looking at the compositions of Team Saints, since they have a double doors composition alongside a Raze and an Omen as well. And it seems as if, yeah, it seems we have gone in for a match pause. Yeah, and it's side draft having a little bit of connection issue as he's gonna try and reconnect again. I was looking at the frags, especially. I mean, you have to highlight Null with only 3 deaths in the entire game. This guy has 15 kills under him. This Kowalski, 14 kills and 6 deaths. Actually, the true support players on Omen and Cypher actually fragging really hard. This is what I said. It's the life gets so much easier when your Omen player does well, and that is exactly what we are seeing here. As Null has been doing so much, especially, I mean, I loved his use of the paranoia, because a lot of Omen players, especially even in ranked and something that we've seen throughout the tournament, is that they really underestimate the power of the paranoia. But it's probably the most useful piece of utility in Omen's kit when it comes to a lot of retakes and aggressive site executions, because the paranoia, although it actually does only stay for a quite low amount of time when in comparison to the other blinds in the game, it does so much to completely nullify the enemy's movement. And because not only does it near sight, it completely removes your capability to hear sounds as well, which actually lets, I mean, you could be running through into sight while the player in you all would have no idea what is going on, which is why the paranoia is quite the most stronger blind when it comes to aggressive executes and aggressive retakes. I mean, one can obviously call out the Lear as a similar piece of utility as well, but the thing with the Lear of Reyna is that the Lear could be broken, and the Lear, its Lear does not essentially serve as a blind, it serves as a distraction to the enemy's crosshair, because the moment you throw the Lear and the enemy tries to go and shoot the Lear out, that gives you an added advantage, because the enemy's crosshair is not on you, which you can use to take the kill onto him, because the flicking, especially, which is why you see a lot of Reyna players throw the Lear up into air or onto the ground, because that would mean the probability of the flick has to be very high. Look at this. Pepsi and Home has already taken up control of Hookah as they take out the kills of turret on side. Going X holding in seat in the spawn area as side draft, going for little pot shots on the side there, not really netting themselves anything. But look at this, it has drawn the rotation. Demon X is already in B side, but look at Koski's aggressor on the side, but Pilike Lavaria takes the kill onto him. But is that enough though, as the Lear is again used by Lavaria, but Null takes him down. Who else other than Null to take that kill, as Peps takes a win at Dinas on site, and it's a retake situation for Team X. As the Owl Drone actually gets a lot of information, and Null with the headshot onto side draft. Demon X can this
Last
battle
player
between him and
standing.
Null is most important, but not really, not anymore, as Saint Homer decides to put the matter into rest, as he says, I'm a duelist, I'll do that, and he goes and takes 2 kills in the round, putting them up 11-2. Only 2 rounds required to finish off the game for Team Saints. Warrior with 7 and 14, Demon X with 3 and 13. The kill disparity, especially on the 2 teams, I mean, the lowest fragging agent in the side of Team Saints is actually higher than the highest fragging agent of Team X, which is quite the exposition, which is quite the description of how the gunfights have fared for these teams. It hasn't necessarily been that Team Saints have been going for these aggressive gunfights, but it's that when it counts, they've been winning that, and Lavaria and Kowalski up in this showers again. Lavaria gets the kill onto Kowalski. That's gonna be huge. That's the lurker taken down. Oh, that is so unfortunate. It was almost as if Team X was gonna rotate into A, but you're not going to, as they are gonna try and walk back. Pepsi is gonna try and throw the Lear out. Side draft holding this close corner with the charge, waiting for something to happen. But look at this, it's just Saint Pepsi who's making noise up here, but that has drawn all the rotations of Team X onto B, which means that that A side is completely open except for one play up in U-Haul, and Homer's tensions are gonna really put X on a bit of a field there, as he actually goes down, gets the heel down, but Lavaria and Win X going for a little too much aggression as they get taken down. As Pepsi takes on side drop as well. This is unfortunate as Pepsi with so much work up in, it's down to a 1v4, and Pepsi wins the round with 3 kills on him. Oh, so good, so well played there. The brains behind that little fake out that they did. I mean, this is what I said. This is what having a good IGL in the team. This is what having good mid-round decisions does. Obviously, their lurk up in showers on Kowalski failed, which gave them inclination that this could be a B hit, because they had already noticed how that A shot was clear on Team HTX. So Team HTX rotated back onto B with 3 players up in B, and they made a lot of noise up in with the Lear and the post shots into spawn, which led Team X to run back up here, and which actually kept a completely open A side, while Pepsi made no noise up there. And this battle up in short, Pepsi against the judge, obviously the judge known to be the bane of existence for a lot of Valorant players. There's some pushes to the sky smoke. Pepsi, does he have the read that there could be someone pushed up here? Not really, as this could pretty much be the game changer for them on the round if Lavaria is able to get more than 1 here. Homer's gonna try and check him. Homer's gonna take him. Homer's gonna take him down. What a read there! What a read! It's not the understanding there of the fences per se. It's the fact that there could be a player pushed up there, because they waited for quite a long time. Again, this is what I said. The comms on the side of Team Saints look extremely clean. As Null works himself, a little too aggressive there, as he tries teleporting himself up onto heaven again. When you're feeling yourself, you don't know where it's going. X gonna take 2 picks from the Ares as he spams them downside draft, and Win gonna jump up onto heaven. Goes
Last
and
player
what a shot
standing.
that Win. Sheriff has to get second. Now Saint gets into the
Attackers
breakthrough
win.
on their side and brings them to 13 rounds to 2. What a dominant performance here by Saints, completely outsmarting, outgunning, and outplaying Team X. Again, this is what I said about the single Reina composition, uh, the inability to. I mean, they were on attack as well, which forced them to go for this aggressive gunfights to take the map space, which really did not help. You have to have some an agent if you're doing going for a single duelist lineup. Again, you have to have a duelist who can use utility to take advantage of that. To take advantage and get map control, unlike someone like Reina, where you have to win the gunfight to go for map control themselves. But that is the end of the game, boys, and it's a 13-2 victory. Complete wipeout here by Team Saints, as they looked a little rusty in the initial gun rounds, but they came back strong and they came back to defy everyone's expectations. And that's the game. Over to you, Tara.
Thank you, Mike. Yeah, I mean, this late in the day, this late in the tournament, not expecting such a dominant performance from a single team. But having said that, Centex had the number of team. I'm sorry, Team Sense had the number of Team X there from Noble Lions, and just completely demolishing 13-2 the Reina, 21 kills under her belt. The Omen also coming up huge, the 18-4, really good KD there from him as well. And I think overall the entire team performed really well, and I think Team X was unable to find their footing throughout the entire match. But having said that, we do have another match coming to you live at 10 p.m. But until then, massive shout out to Logitech for sponsoring the tournament. They have been absolutely amazing. Coming in for the third season, and now we have Division A and Division B, both having their own prize pools as well. So a lot of opportunity for the players out there to join in, showcase their skill, and to see if they are good enough to take it all the way. Especially with a game like Valorant, which has the pathway to go which has the pathway for Sri Lankan teams to go abroad and to compete internationally in the world tournament as well. But having said that, it's going to be me, Tara, and Mike signing off. Catch you all again at 10 p.m. Do not miss out on the action. See you guys.